So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back today to have a look at the PC version of PES 2018. Now, we do not know the specifications. By the way, this was taken from Next Gen Blog. Check them out for the original video. Credit to them. But we do not know the specs yet for the PC version of PES 2018. We do know they were playing on a pretty beastly computer with like 32 gigs of RAM, an i7, a pretty high graphics card, obviously NVIDIA. So we're going to have to wait and see how good it's going to have to be. I mean, I don't have the best laptop. You know, I've got an i7, I've got 16 gig of RAM, but my GPU is pretty worn down now. So I really am hoping it's not going to be too demanding. But here we go. We're going to have a look at it on the PC. And yeah, it does look a hell of a lot better than it did last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and so on and so on. But we're here also to have a look at the gameplay and some very crisp 1080p 60 FPS frame rate. And I mean, look, I am not in any shape or form, you know, affiliated with Konami. I like PES. I've played FIFA. I used to be a FIFA boy for probably a couple of years because PES was a shambles back in like PES 2008, 2008. But I have to say, for the first time in a very, very long time, I am quite excited to play this game. I think they have everything down that they need to so far that I've seen. I mean, the pace of the game looks great. They've got these little touches that players take. You know, I haven't seen a whole lot of clipping by too many players. You know, the goalies have overall been very solid. The dribblings look great. The animations are there. I'm liking the look of the game. For me, leaps and bounds more realistic than FIFA can ever produce for the time being. And I cannot wait to play it. But look, this is my opinions. I mean, you can leave comments saying this isn't right, that isn't right. We can nitpick all day long. But for an early build, this game is shaping up to be quite nice. And I can only hope and pray that Konami do keep the same tempo for the final build. Because, believe it or not, last year, you know, a lot of people from PES Universe went to play the game at PES Day. They liked the pace. They said it was good. But something happened between then and release. They sped it up. For some reason, they decided to make it quicker. And you know what? It turned into an arcade fest, and it just wasn't fun to play. You guys know that. You played it all year long. They had problems with the crossing, and I can safely say, for the most part, I mean, there's a cross towards the near post, but PES Universe did try and abuse the spamming for the crosses. They whipped in about 16 attempts, and there was no goals. Now, in PES 2017, 16 crosses, you probably get about 5 or 6 goals, so that is positive. Yeah, I'm sure. We just saw a cross that went in near post by Suarez, but it was on the floor. No one was marking him, and it was a routine finish for him. But I don't know, guys. There's something about this game. I like it. I don't know what Konami have done this year. If they brought a new programmer in, they've brought someone else in. I don't know. But it seems to be working. I mean, it's the little things. It's the little details. Now, let's have a look here. How's this strike? Yeah, not too impressive there by Sergio Busquets. But, yeah, everything from the animations to the player faces, the models, the way players are making runs off the ball. You know, players whipping it in with the outside of the boot, inside of the boot. Here's another chance for crosses. And you know what? People are going to use crosses because last year they worked 100 times out of 100 times, didn't they? Most of the time. You whip a ball in from a cross, you'd score a goal, or you at least create a chances. So don't expect people to not do that when PES 2018 is released, and we can only hope and pray that you're not going to be able to score a whole bunch and actually have to play football. Look at that little turn there by Lionel Messi. Have a look at that again here. Watch Lionel Messi's run right here. Look at the way he spins away from his man. Love that little animation. Once again, just watch Messi. Spins away, doesn't quite keep it on. But just the little touches like that weren't there last year. We didn't see those little things. I thought PES, wait a minute, here's a chance. Rakitic taking too long. But, yeah, last year I thought PES 2016 to 17 was an improvement. But it wasn't this much of an improvement. It seems almost like this is a way, almost double the effort has gone into this game, gameplay-wise, as 16 to 17 did. That's just my thoughts. The little things like the penalties now, if you have a look at them, there's a near post strike. Griezmann there looks great, but the penalties, I saw a gif of it the other day. And the way the goalies now move, they actually do not look ridiculous like they did last year. I mean, and the year before that. You guys know, if you shot in one corner and the goalie dived the other way, he would just fly. He wouldn't look at the ball. There was no animation. There was nothing. This year, if you've seen it, and I may put a video about them, you see the goalie actually, when he dives and he guesses the wrong way, he actually looks at the ball and he, there's a bit of disappointment on his face that he can't save it. There's also the referees that stand, on the byline. They're there as well. A nice little touch. So just all these little different elements they've incorporated this year. There it is, 1-0 to Barca. Luis Suarez is the difference maker with that near post finish. But yeah, I don't think we've got too many worries at the moment for gameplay. I still can't wait to see Master League, what they're doing with it. I know they've said they've got the pre-season tournaments, and updated transfers, new cutscenes, among a couple of other things. So, yeah, I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to hold my thoughts back for Master League because it's still the game mode that I love to play. And, there's the manager swinging his arms about, trying to get his players to move forward. I mean, there's a lot more dip and swerve on the free kicks. I've seen a couple of them. They look quite good. Realistic ball physics, which I think Konami have generally struggled with sometimes. I think the bending on the ball was far too much. They've toned that down quite a bit. It didn't look natural to me. This time, I think we're going in the right direction. But I think we're in for a treat, I have to say. I've got my qualms about games. And normally I do nitpick, but I can't nitpick this game too much. I really can't. There isn't tons that I can say this is done poorly. I have to play it, of course, first. I'll wait and pass judgment when I've done that with the demo and the beta that comes out. And be sure I will be checking out that beta without a shadow of a doubt. But once I do, then I will really let you guys know about the game itself. But I'm liking the pace of it. I've said that about 60 times, but it's true. The pace is the main thing you've got to get right. Lionel Messi's unsurprisingly dribbled the most. He's going to play a short one here. Let's see what happens. Delivers that in. There's been a lot of crosses in this game, and yeah, I think that's the thing. Everyone's got used to playing PES 2017, where it pretty much is a crossfest. And now this year, I don't think it's going to work. You're going to have to actually pass the ball, work it through the middle. I'm guessing they're playing on pass support 1. But you know what? Because they've toned it down pace-wise, now the pass support, even playing on 1, is going to require you to at least think about what you're doing with the ball. When you can play arcadey ping-pong style, very much like last year, there wasn't much thought. It was almost like, a natural instinct to just hit X 50 times, work the ball up the field, get it out wide, whip it in and score. Now you've got to think about it a little bit more. I mean, he's whipped that one in there. He's gone for it. Oof, it's unlucky, Griezmann. Let's have another look at that. A little bit of an animation there. Have a look at the way he lines it up. Bang! It's good looking. Good looking. Once again, there's no problems with the animations. They look fluid. They look natural. Is it on par with FIFA's? Don't know. I mean, FIFA's got a pretty robust animation system that they've had for many, many years. But, we've all seen their, what's it called, Impact Engine or whatever it is. We've seen some shambles there as well. So, I mean, both games have their faults and have had their niggles over the years. But overall, I am impressed, as you guys probably do know. And I'm not the easiest person to impress. I'll be honest with you. Okay, 100%. If a game looks a little bit shocking, a little bit risque, I'll let you know. But I really can't fault this game too much at the moment, judging by these videos, and I've watched quite a few of them. But I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I mean, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think maybe could be improved from what you've seen? I mean, we could always improve the goalies, I know. We could always improve more animations in this, the refereeing. One thing I would like to see, I mean, the cutscenes for the goals, we kind of see the same ones over and over again. I kind of wish Konami would sometimes just get rid of certain ones, and put in some new ones. Switch it up. We want to see players have their signature traits and everything else when they celebrate, but get some generic ones in there, whole bunch. Get like 15, 20, 50, whatever, generic ones, just like stadiums. Put a whole bunch of generic ones in there for us. Some small ones, some medium, some large. Give us the options, Konami. You've got the gameplay, it looks like. Now we want to see it all combined together to really give us, you know, that ultimate PES experience. I mean, we're looking at a game here that could possibly compete gameplay-wise with PES 5 and 6. I'm not even joking when I say that, which is a very bold statement for how good those games were back in the day. Well, and there's a belter of a header. I mean, we just spoke about crossing. Let's have another look at this. Sorry, didn't go back far enough. I mean, it's a good header. Bang, it's in the top corner. So you can score from the headers. I mean, there's been a lot of crosses, though, in this game, you have to say. Both teams have been trying to spam them in. Maybe that was their mindset. Keep whipping those in over and over and over again and just see, you know, how well we can do in the long run. Well, we've only got about 5 minutes to spare. Yeah, I'm going to be putting out some other videos, screenshots, some faces. I want to kind of show the new penalties, although they're basically taking the same element as PES 5 and 6. You use the analog stick to aim, you press strike. You're not going to get some silly, you know, arcade arrow that we used to have. So, yeah, we've got lots of content to come, guys. We've got the beta coming up as well in July. That's going to be fun. You can have a look at the pass completion there. 77 to 76%. Liking those numbers. Both players have lost the ball a couple of times. They've had a couple of chances each. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Barcelona that take home this magical win. Anyway, let me know what you make of it. We'll be back very, very shortly. And will you be picking up the PC version this year? I'm quite interested to see the specs, though. There's another cross. And until next time, hope you guys did enjoy it. Subscribe for more, because this is the place to be for that PES 2018 content. But until next time, head over to PESUniverse.com. Take care.